Last week, I cleared a dungeon of 40 skeleton warriors. 40, one by one, for a piece of armor I'd probably replace in 2 hours, and I was locked in. Phone down, water bottle ignored, fully present. Then I looked at my email inbox, closed the laptop. So, why does killing 40 skeletons feel like purpose, and answering 40 emails feel like a war crime? That's what we're getting into today. Okay, real talk. Imagine waking up tomorrow and your actual life had a UI. Like, you roll out of bed, plus 5 EXP, rested, buff, applied, you make breakfast. Little notification pops up. Cooking skill increased to level 4. You answer those 40 emails, level up. Achievement unlocked. Functioning adult. You'd be on that inbox so fast. But that's the thing. Real life doesn't give you that. There's no EXP bar for going to the gym 3 times a week for a month. No quest marker telling you that this networking event, this conversation, is the one that actually matters. No damage numbers floating off your boss's head when you finally say the right thing in a meeting. Reality is this massive open world game with no tutorial, no quest log, and a mini-map that's just fog. All of it, just fog. And the thing that nobody talks about, the thing I think is actually wild when you sit with it, is that the ambiguity isn't even the worst part. The worst part is that the feedback loop is broken. In a game, you do the thing, you feel the thing happen. Instantly. You kill the enemy, you get the loot, your brain goes W. In real life, you spend 3 months grinding a skill. A job application, a relationship, and sometimes the universe just ghosts you. No notification, no reward screen, just the sound of your own breathing and the existential question of whether any of it even mattered. And your brain hates that. Psychologically, we're wired to need feedback. We need to know the action we took did something. When reality can't give us that, we go find a world that will. Here's what I want you to actually sit with for a second. The grind is not the punishment. I know, it sounds backwards, but hear me out. We call it the grind like it's this thing we endure to get to the good part. But the truth, the real psychology of it, is that for a lot of us, the grind is the good part. Think about the last time you were genuinely locked into a farming loop. Didn't matter what it was. Maybe it was clearing bandit camps in some open world RPG. Maybe it was farming materials in Minecraft. Maybe it was working through a battle pass. And yeah, we all complain about the 100-tier grind, but be honest with yourself. Some nights, that structure saved you. Because here's what the grind actually gives you. And it's something real life is genuinely terrible at providing. Predictability. You know what's in the room, you know what you need to do to clear it, you know approximately what you're going to get when you do. That's it. That's the whole secret. The dopamine hit isn't just from the loot. It's from the certainty that the loot is coming. There's actually research on this. Your brain's reward system fires hardest, not just when you get something, but when you expect to get something. It's why the loading screen before a loot box hits different. It's why the boss health bar entering the final phase gets your heart rate up before you've even landed the finishing blow. The anticipation of a guaranteed reward is, neurologically, almost as satisfying as the reward itself. And games are engineered around this. Real life gives you ambiguous effort for uncertain outcomes. Games give you defined effort for guaranteed outcomes. That's not escapism, that's just a better design system. And your brain isn't broken for preferring it. It's actually responding rationally to a more legible version of cause and effect. And here's the part that I think gets slept on the most. The grind gives you agency, like actual, undeniable, measurable agency. You made a choice. You put in the time. The number went up. No one can take that away from you, argue with you about it, or tell you the criteria changed. Level achieved, full stop. When was the last time you felt that clean about something in real life? That feeling, that specific feeling, is what we're chasing. Not running from our lives. Running toward the one version of progress that actually makes sense. Now here's where it gets interesting, and this is the thing that, honestly, I think about more than I should. If you believe the premise that we love games because they give us structure and clear progression, then why do the best ones look like the world already ended? Why is the most calming thing I can think of a cursed, dying world with a blood-red sky and approximately 0 happy people in it? And I think the answer is actually kind of profound if you let it be. We don't go to these dark worlds to escape structure. We go there because the structure is still there. The world can be on fire. The lore can be 16 layers of tragedy and gods eating gods. But the rules don't change. Your health bar still works. The enemy still has a pattern. The dungeon still has a door at the end of it. The skill still levels up if you put in the reps. Chaos in the narrative. Order in the mechanics. And maybe that's what we're actually craving. Not a world that's safer or prettier. A world where Even when everything is falling apart, especially when everything is falling apart, the rules are consistent. Real life has this frustrating habit of changing the rules mid-run. You follow the plan, you do the thing, and the goalposts just move. No patch notes for that. But in a dark fantasy world, under a blood-red eclipse surrounded by monsters and ruin, the quest marker is still there. The reward is still real, and somehow in a world objectively worse than the one we live in, we feel safe. Because the darkness isn't the point. The structure within the darkness is the point. We're not choosing these worlds despite the darkness. We're choosing them because even the darkness follows rules. And rules mean we can win. So the next time someone gives you grief for logging 6 hours in a cursed wasteland of a video game, tell them you're doing psychology, studying the fundamental human need for structured agency in a world that chronically fails to provide it. Then, go back to your dungeon. For real though, there's nothing wrong with you for loving the grind. There's nothing escapist or NPC behavior about logging hours in a world that makes your effort feel like it means something. That feeling is real. The peace is real. The progress, even if it resets on a new save file, the feeling of progress is real. We live in a world that is genuinely a lot. And the spaces we carve out, even under an ashen sky, even in a kingdom that already ended, those spaces matter. Not as a replacement for life, as a reset for it. All right, that's the Yap session. What games grind has hit hardest for you lately? Drop it in the comments. If this one hit right, you know what to do. The algorithm is just a different kind of grind, and your engagement is my rune farm. I'll see you in the next one. Stay in the dark,